Right, let's look at exportable um, stuffs, especially in the fashion industry. That's what I do. I hardly do food, except if I have an order. But what I market and what I'm comfortable doing is actually the fashion accessories. And as you can see, I am exportable, as you see me here. Yes, I do a lot of this for export because a lot of Nigerians are out there, they are homesick. And part of what they do to remember home is to dress. And when we dress like us, when we dress our way, when we dress African, it's so beautiful because you stand out. So people actually go for African fabrics, African wares. So if you know how to do this, or if you have sources where you can get them from, it's a money spinner. Even if you are just doing hats or the clothings, men's clothings, ladies' boo-boo, ear piece, fascinator, you know, just be very creative with what you are doing. Beads, you know, it's endless. The list is endless. Shoe, as you see me like this has the shoe and the purse, all made in Adire, and they are exportable. They sell well. Just advertise, just as we have been saying, not paid adverts in the beginning, but if you want to scale, of course, you will still need to do paid adverts. Okay, so let's quickly run through also the list of, or let's talk about banned items. We'll give you all this list, we'll give you suggestions of what you can export on the training platform. We will give you contraband lists as at now. Why am I saying as at now? The truth of the matter is, what we call contraband is not an ongoing thing. It's not a permanent stuff. It doesn't mean that once they say yam is a contraband, then it remains a contraband forever. No. So something may be a contraband to UK and it is accepted in the US. Some other things may be contraband in US and they are acceptable in Canada. You know, all these things you need to find out before you do your exportation. And where do you find out? I'm sure that's the question on your mind through the shipping agents. Okay, so those shippers, we are going to give you a list of the ones we use and the ones we know. But those shippers, they are your best bets. Because like I said, we may be told that yam is banned today in UK. And then tomorrow, you find it on the list of things that are allowed. So, once it is banned, it doesn't remain banned. That's the thing. Because it is banned today doesn't mean that it is banned forever. All right? So, check before like like we say in the crypto world, when you are trading crypto, you look before you leap. So it's the same thing everywhere, really. You're supposed to first find out exactly where you are going before you venture there. So the shipping companies are our best bets. Nobody can surely say for sure, okay, frozen food is allowed today. It may be allowed today and it's not allowed tomorrow again. Then talking about how to ship, we'll still get to that. But let me quickly, because it drops in my spirit now, let me just mention it. Okay, when you have perishable goods, it has the number of hours that they have to get to destination. You cannot ship perishable goods on the sea. You cannot. So you have to air freight such, you know. So I was talking about contrabands. In some countries, some items are contrabands when they are frozen, when they are fresh. But when they are processed, maybe when they are dehydrated, they are allowed. In some places, they don't like the dehydrated ones. They want them fresh. So you can see what I'm talking about now. And then when we are talking about contraband items also, it may be the countries that will say we don't want this here. Or it could even be the shipping company you want to use that will say we do not ship this. So you have to find out before you ship. For instance, in the UK, when you want to export vegetables, they have designated places where you can get the vegetables from, and they will give you specification of how they want them. If you do otherwise, money could be lost. Now, in all of these things that we are talking about, this is a contraband, that is a contraband here and there, shipping companies still find ways, logistics companies still find ways of getting them in. It's just that they will be more expensive. They will charge more. I mean, for obvious reasons. They will charge more for taking all these things. Okay? And for good reasons as well. But the but there is that it is probably 60-40, 50-50. What I mean by this is that you may get them there and they are confiscated. They are seized. And once they are seized, two things can happen. Either they are shipped back to you, you pay for the shipment, or they are destroyed. Once they are contraband, you have to have your mind on it that, well, you may make money or you may not make money. But some people still find ways of getting all these things we call contraband across. But if you're a conservative trader, if you're a conservative exporter, if you're a conservative entrepreneur, it's better for you to just stand by the allowed things into the countries you want to export to. You'll still make money. And that's the most important thing, making profits. Not actually making money like that, making profits. Okay, so for me, I do a lot of fashion accessories, branded items, because I also run a branding company. So we do branded items for people having parties. Remember, there's no place, especially where Africans, especially Nigerians, when we go, we have our own ways of throwing our parties. And some things just must be there. When they are not there, the party is not complete. Okay? So, for the gift sakes, especially at children's weddings, are also a sure plug for you to make some money. Like I said, I make a lot of this in different colors with our local fabrics, and they do sell. All you need to do is to put words out there on what you are selling. A lot of Nigerians want to dress like Nigerians. Africans want to dress like Africans. And so even autogele, because most people can't really tie the gele, especially those who have left a long time ago. So you can do autogele, you can do fashion accessories, you will sell. So invariably, there isn't anything that cannot sell. How to make them sell is what we'll talk about later on the training platform, and I will also do a video on what you can do to make them sell. That is marketing, content writing, and marketing. All right, until another video, keep learning and keep making money. We all need these dollars.